Hotep. Uh, it's pretty late, but I just wanted to drop a couple of pennies, thinking about African spirituality and traditional African systems and belief systems, and how we as African people are disconnected from it, and how we absolutely need to reconnect to it in order to flourish as a people. So often we hear about foreigners and colonists, the Mzungus and the aliens in our nations at home, while we eke out a living in the West, always seemingly so keen to abandon our home nations and depart anywhere seems to be better for the African. They want to flee to France. They want to they want to flee to Australia. I've got my own cousin is talking about how she wants to go to Australia from Nigeria. Australia, as racist the hellhole as that place is, but it's true. They all want to abandon the motherland and flee to any old place will do, any place in the West, because the psychological conditioning and brainwashing is so thorough on that side. And if you tell them not to come because it's not the West isn't what you think it is, they just think you're lying. I would say don't even bother to tell them not to come. You should encourage them to come, because they won't believe you anyway, and then they will hate you. You should just encourage them to come regardless, but don't help them. I ain't helping none of my family members come over here at all. I ain't doing that. But anyway, yeah. So our people want to flee, the richest continent on the face of the earth, while all the foreigners are trying to get in. They're trying to get in, and we're trying to leave. So it's just man, it's hell. It's a crazy situation. But, for me, a lot of that is to do with the disconnect between the African identity and our religion. We no longer practice our own religious systems. And if you abandon something as fundamental as your religion, it's like destroying your fundamental self. It's like you eventually look in the mirror and see somebody else. Or it's just the most basic abandonment of the human being, the self. Okay, so yeah, African spirituality. We must return to that practice. I was just thinking, there are so many of these raggedy churches in Manchester's industrial estate. You see all the Africans, right, dressed up in their Sunday best, yeah, attending these raggedy churches in these little shacks in the industrial estate in the city centre, right? And I'll be damned, if a voodoo church existed there, I would attend. You can be certain of that. And I actually think it would be extremely popular, right? Strong people, yeah, have strong religious systems that reflect themselves. You can never, whatever you think of Arabs and Pakistanis, yeah, and Asians, so-called people of colour, right? You can never accuse them of not understanding their self, yeah, or not having a religion of their own. They've got that locked. right? And you know and that's why they're able to, that is the base of their power. And to return to our power, yeah, we have to embrace, re-embrace our traditional African spiritual systems, and I'll talk about that another time. Peace.